It is. I'm going to give it just a second just for any lag, and then I'm going to connect with my phone and see if it is live. Make sure this is working. Okay, I don't believe that is the live stream. I don't think I've got an email yet for some reason. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get to the live stream myself. If I can. There we go. I think I found the link to it. Still loading. I wonder what that was. Okay, that was it. That's the link. This should work. I think I found the link to it. All right, you heard my echo there. Open up the live chat. All right. Hey, Jamie, Tim Smith, both you guys, welcome to the live stream. Let's get this thing in the air since you guys are already here. Just sitting out in the yard.
The home point has been updated. Take off.
Thank you. I wonder if that lady has a name. Jamie, do you know? You know how Siri is like your woman on your phone, on your iPhone, and Cortana's on the Windows phones. I wonder if the lady on the DJI Phantom has a name. If not, I'm going to name her. What do you think, Jamie? Appreciate you guys joining me. I'm going to try to keep this iPad close to me. It's not hooked up to my controller because it doesn't fit, but I'm going to keep it close to me so that I can, you guys can hear me. I have to use an iPad because it's the only way that I can live stream. But here I am, sitting on the back of my truck after a long day's work in the yard. There's a little bit of wind today. I don't want to, I'm going to, so far so good, but if I start getting any crazy gusts, I might not go too high with this thing. I don't know, but I recognize the voice. Oh, you do? You recognize the voice. Yeah, I do too. But you hear somebody else's, you'll go, oh yeah, I know her. So, here's in front of my house. Up here, I really have just cut the grass and stuff, which has actually been a feat. You see some of my stuff left out on the porch I gotta clean up. But it's been a feat because I didn't have a working lawn tractor until today. It was broke down. I had to fix it before I could do anything. My gas keeps getting into my engine and flooding it out, so I had to actually just put like a stopper on the fuel line, so that when I'm not driving the lawn tractor, I can just turn the gas off. Which I hope I did when I put it up. I'm sure I did. So there's my bird feeder I always like to show off. There was actually some beautiful red cardinals on this thing today. Get back away from it a little bit before you hit it. It's not hovering as well as I think it should. Just want to get close to the ground. It drifts a little bit more than it did when I first got it. Let's see what you guys are saying here. Landscaping looks good. Hey, I appreciate it. Still a work in progress. Hey, Rich is here? Rich, isn't it pretty late for you, buddy? Sorry I'm doing this so late. I've just been working hard today in this dang yard. It took a lot to get it looking like this, but I still got a lot to do. I want to show you guys the backyard here in a second. The backyard is where I really got a lot to do. The front's looking okay, other than these bald spots I have in my yard. Not that way, but right there. From the grass or from the water that killed the grass. Standing water I always get in my yard. Take this up higher. So I want to continue the landscaping that you see on the right side of my house there. I want to continue that all in front of my house. I need to build some steps, put some stone down or something for some steps to the porch, because there's no front steps to those, and on the side of the house, really. So, there's my front yard. It's getting there. And so, let's see. 15 minutes past midnight. That's not too bad, is it? For a Sunday night, I could never stay up that late on a Sunday night. I'd be hurting on Monday morning. I'm just gonna maneuver this thing into my backyard a little bit. There's my backyard. Still got stuff all over the place back here. I need to clean up my mess, but it's getting there. You be careful not to hit any power lines back here, but there we go. Look at all that junk. It looks terrible. Looks like I didn't even work on it because it's from the air. Hey, I missed it too, Jamie. I missed his live stream as well. Jamie says he's mad that he missed that live stream from Rich. I did too. I've been out here working all day, and I've missed it as well. There's always next Sunday. Are you gonna do live streams every Sunday, Rich? I didn't know. I didn't hear you say that. I'm gonna take my stuff back here so I can see where this drone is doing instead of just watching from my camera here. I like to see it. Makes me nervous. Here we go. There I am. There we go. Look at that truck. Look how nice. I do love my my new grill. I look at it all the time. Like, man, I'm glad I did that. It took a lot of I don't know. It took a lot of deciding to which grill I wanted. It took a lot. Whoa, my stream here. Yeah, it took a lot to decide on which one I wanted because I kept going back and forth. I think it's at 5:30 a.m. Hey, that'd be awesome, Rich. I'll definitely try to join your live streams. Of course, I'll be on a Sunday coming up here in a couple weeks. I got the Indy 500. I'll be there when you do it, I'm sure. I may have to go live from there. Look at this plastic wheelbarrow. Hey, it does the job though. It's pretty strong for plastic. I'm just not used. The wheelbarrows I grew up using were the metal ones with the wooden handles. They can do a lot with plastic, I guess, these days. I've been in the process of tearing down my pig pen, my old pig's pig pen right there. Still working on it, but it's getting there. There's a lot of trash on the other side of that, a lot of junk I've been collecting. I need to haul off to the dump. I have to go to work on Charlotte NASCAR race next weekend. I'll be back home in time for Rich's next live stream. All right. That sounds like fun. Of course, you'll be working, so I don't know how much fun you'll have with the NASCAR stuff if you're working it. But it's still like cool atmosphere, right? I hope the live stream isn't glitching too bad. I keep seeing it look kind of rough on the screen. Coca-Cola 600? Look at all that. There's my trash. Alright, so enough showing off around my house. I just want to show you guys what I've been doing. I've been piling up all that trash and cutting the grass, and I had to fix the mower first, and I had to get out here where it was a swamp. It's finally dried up all out there. It used to be all standing water out there. Now it's finally dried up. I gotta get started building a deck, so I'm preparing for that. Right where this pig pen was, I'm gonna build a nice big deck. And the backyard's gonna get done soon enough. You're gonna buy a Typhoon H drone. So is that a what is that thing? Um, I don't know about the H. I've never heard of that, but live stream okay here on the nice. Okay. But yeah, that's the what do you call that thing? I don't know why it slipped my mind. It's like the first one I ever flew. My buddy has one. Matter of fact, my stepbrother's got one like that. Solo? No, it's not a solo. Not a D. No, what is it? What is it? Just tell me. Rich, have you seen the Parrot Bebop 2? Those things look pretty neat. I think Michael Kincaid does the stuff with the Bebop. He's got some Bebop stuff. I don't know if it's the 2 or not, though. Well, this thing's flying pretty good. The wind's died down a lot, so let's go ahead and fly it. There we go. It's a beautiful day here. All-star race, nice. All right, I'm straight down there. You see my diagonal lines I do in the front yard? All my neighbors don't do it. I don't know why. Their yards are much nicer than mine, because they don't get all the standing water that I get. I always do the diagonal lines. 5 props. Oh, nice. Multi-rotor. I'm to look at that, Rich. I wish you could test drive some of these. I bet the 5 one's good. That's what they use in Hollywood, really, isn't it? Those big ones with the 5 props on it. Oh, I'm not even recording right now. I might as well. There we go. I'd like to see you get a Phantom. The Phantoms are fun, but that 5, hey, I want to check out. That's what I was thinking too, Jamie. Was it'd be cool for him to get a Phantom because they're so smooth, they're easy to fly. But man, a 5 rotor, I bet that's really smooth. I bet it can lift a lot too. I mean, it's got to be stable with 5. That's what they use in Hollywood, them big ones that lift big cameras and stuff. And they can do some cool stuff with those. Hey, thanks, Jack. I'm glad it's the picture quality's looking all right. I can never tell from what I'm looking at. Sometimes I can look at it and it looks great, and then I go watch it later and it's bad. And sometimes the other way around. Sometimes on my end it looks like it's glitching, and then I go watch it later and it really wasn't. So, thanks, Jamie. I don't like. He says I live in a pretty good neighborhood. You know what, Jamie? All my neighborhoods are police officers. Just about, probably good 75% of all these people. Not that neighborhood across the street. That's just a regular neighborhood. But I meant all my neighbors that live in houses like I do, out on these big pieces of property. They built that neighborhood out there not too long ago. I don't know, probably in the last 5 years, so 10 years maybe. More rotors, more battery. That makes sense too. So right now, I'm about, 140 feet high. I love this part of my neighborhood, Jamie. Cornfields. And if you go back this way, let me point the right direction there. Right over there, you might even be able to see it. Let me take it up a little higher and see if we can see this. All right. And I'm pretty darn high now. About 315 feet. But right over there is a little town right on the other side of that cornfield, the end of the cornfield. There's a little town called Acton, Indiana. And that's what I call my town because I'm just right around the corner, right down the street from it. But technically, I'm in Indianapolis. Anything behind me, this all back here is Shelby County. Anything behind my street, because I'm like the county line there. And then this road right there, let's see, there's a crossroad right there. That's the county line that leads. Anything on that side of it is Johnson County. So Johnson County there, and then Shelby County there. And then where I'm at is officially Marion County, which is Indianapolis. And all back this way is Indianapolis. Let's see if we can see downtown Indianapolis. Yeah, right there in the middle of the screen, guys, is the... and I keep getting a weak controller signal. I'm bringing this thing back down a little bit. But, yeah, straight ahead there. Let's see, let me straighten it up. Yeah, right in the middle of the screen there is downtown Indianapolis. Those buildings way back there is the skyscrapers that make up downtown Indianapolis. I'm going to bring this thing down a little bit just because I don't want to start getting that weak controller signal. I don't like that. Hey, thanks, guys. RZR, is that your Polaris, Jamie? Because actually, let me show you here. I've looked at satellite footage before I ever had a drone. And I'm going to show you. If I look back this way. Back in here in this like little grassy wooded area here, this property back there that I'm looking at now, they've got some like four-wheeler trails. Well, I haven't seen them in years. I guess they used to. Looks like they've overgrown and nobody's really keeping them up anymore. But when I first moved in here, you could look at satellite pictures and see trails all in there, four-wheeler trails. Yes, I could, Rich. Those houses across the street, I didn't know. They're free to fish, I'm sure. I didn't know that, I didn't know those lakes were there. I think I seen one of the little ponds over there, like when I did a little bike ride through there one time. They have some trails that go through that area. I just don't go over that neighborhood too much. It's very crowded. I like it on my side of the street. But yeah, there's like 3 ponds back there. I might have to go back there and try them out, see if I can catch anything. Hey, you know what? If you're worried about the drone flying off, guys, was it the Solos? Who makes those? 3DR? Yeah, 3DR. They have like a no fly away guarantee, don't they? And their stuff is smooth. I mean, I haven't got too much into how they are flying, like how responsive they are, anything like that. I don't know what they feel like compared to a DJI Phantom. This thing is super, super smooth. I know that, but I don't know how those compare. But I do know that the footage looks great. They can do a lot of the waypoint stuff, a lot of the smart, intelligent stuff that the Phantoms do, and they have a no fly away guarantee. I think it's pretty neat. I considered getting one, but the price for the standard, a Phantom 3 standard, what you can get for a standard on the price right now for $500 American dollars, that I couldn't say no to that. Very nice. My Blade cost more than that new. I didn't have to buy it. Luckily, my brother was cool enough to send it to me. He had 2 of them, but the Blade 350QX, which is fun to fly, but is nothing as far as technology-wise, is far behind this Phantom. Okay, I'm going to fly around the yard a little bit. I do have some cool places back here. Let's see. Get away from these wires. I can't hardly see. Okay. What is that? My battery's low already? Oh man. Seems like it gets lower faster and faster. I wonder if that's happening to me already or if I'm just hadn't realized how long I've been flying. I've been getting blue jays and cardinals on this bird feeder all day. And then we just put out the one a little further behind it there. You see a hummingbird feeder. We just put that out today. And then I put another hummingbird feeder over on this window. My back window is one that sticks to the window. I'm hoping we get some hummingbirds. We'll see. I get all kinds of pretty birds. I haven't had no hummingbirds yet. All right, I'm going to get up and over this wire. And then bring it back down in front of me here. I'll land it right over here. All right. Here we go. Has Sarah come around to liking the grill on the truck yet? Is what Jamie says. Yeah, I think she does. I think she's realized how many looks she gets, and I think she's realized now that we have it, how many other people that customize their trucks have also done Let me turn these rotor. Yeah, she should stop beeping. Yeah, she's realized how many other people that customize their trucks have these same grills, and they look really good. You know, it just had to grow on her a little bit, I think. I love it, and she keeps saying that. She's like, I really don't care as long as you love it, and I love it. So, I mean, check it out. I love it. I think it looks neat. It's just all stealthy, blacked out like that. That sun's kind of making it hard to see. I just got the truck washed today. Looks pretty darn good. I wish I didn't have it in such a tight spot. I'd show it off a little more, but I got it up here up against the house.
Addy mode.
Jeez. And that, I think that grill looks amazing. It's perfect. I mean, there's other, maybe I can pull that camera up. There we go. There's other, trucks, what I'm trying to say is there's other Silverados like this that are made blacked out, like the Midnight Edition, and there's like a blackout edition or something. Of course, mine's the Texas Edition, which means the Texas Edition is going to come with a lot more chrome than the blacked out ones. But I don't want to go that dark. I want the chrome. I just don't want the chromed out whole grill. I just wanted some blacked out extras. You know what I mean? Matt, do you know to store your batteries at 35? Yes, I do. But I haven't had to store any. I only have one battery, and I've been using it pretty much every day, every other day at the most. I think there's only been a couple days I haven't used it, and I plan to, just the weather stopped me. So I haven't really had to store my batteries at all yet, or my battery at all yet. But yeah, I know they say if you're not going to fly for like 5 to 10 days, you should, take the power down. It should automatically do that, but by doing it for it, it'll increase the life of the battery, which is awesome. Definitely want to do it. They're expensive. I do want to get at least 1 or 2 more batteries, but right now I'm just happy I could afford this, and I need to focus on worrying about my house and my yard that I need to get fixed up this summer. There's a lot of stuff I've been promising the wife I would do, and some of it's going to cost some money, so like this deck is going to be pretty expensive. And I'm gonna build the kids something out in the backyard. I don't know what yet. I'm gonna build something unique and cool for the kids. Not just like a little play set. They're getting a little big for a play set. They wouldn't play with it much, but I think something neat back here I can handle. So I'm gonna do that too. And then I've also got lots of landscaping to do. I want to raise my barn up if I can, so it can stay out of the water when it does flood back here, and I can like get to it. Maybe build a maybe raise up the ground or something right in front of it so I can have a little path to get to it, get my lawnmower in and out if I need to. That's one big problem I have, is when the spring comes and I'm ready to start doing yard work, usually it's raining so much that my backyard's a lake and I can't even get to my shed without going through 6 inches of water. And I can't drive through 6 inches of water with my riding lawnmower, or at least I don't want to. Destroy that thing. It would get stuck anyway. I don't want to get stuck. So, clubhouse. Yeah, here's what I'm thinking I'm going to do with the kids. This is the idea that I'm just starting to, it could change a lot, basically. This idea is, I've just come up with a basis. And what I think I want to do is I got to do something that they can play on. Basically, let me take this controller off here. And if I have, I won't be able to see what you guys are saying for just a second. I'll come back to the phone now. But I should be able to show you guys. And we got a gimbal, so it's smooth. I love that. Definitely love that. But yeah, basically, there's our bird feeder. I don't want to, we've got half a yard up here by the house that does not flood. And we're going to be using it a lot with that deck and other stuff we want to do out here with the wife. So I don't want to put the kids' plaything up here by the house. Plus, it's not a good look anyway, too close to the house. So I want to do it out here. But it floods out here. So I think what I'm going to do is take some of the old wood that I have from the old deck that I tore down. I've got a bunch of old wood here that's still in not too bad shape. I mean, it's usable. Got a bunch of crap here that's getting hauled to the dump. But I got a pile of wood underneath all that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a bunch of that wood and build them like a dock, like a bridge that starts out here where the water never reaches, the area where it doesn't flood, and goes out into the flooded area. And then from there, we'll have some things off of it, like a little swing set or some things for them to play with, built off of that. But even when it's flooded and they can't get on all that, they'll still be able to take the dock up and have like a little clubhouse up there, up off the water, which I think is cool. They should be able to see frogs and whatever else we get back here when it's flooded from their little above the water dock thing. And then they can pretend it's water when it's not. We used to do that when we were kids. We'd play on the playground and pretend that there was water underneath, like we was on a pirate ship or something. That was always cool. Put this up here. Right, better.
Addy mode.
Okay. If I get I have to have my phone in tandem here so I can see your comments. Time for a beverage refill. Back in a minute. Yeah, I need to get my stuff cleaned up before I lose all my sunlight. Plus, the wife has TV shows or movies or something she wants me to watch with her. Enjoy some time with my partner on the couch. Basically, I hope you guys all do that. You're a great dad. Hey, thanks, Rich. I appreciate it. I try. I had a great dad. My dad raised me, and my parents divorced when I was like in second grade, and I ended up with my dad after a few years back and forth, and he raised me, and I have an awesome dad myself, so I learned from the best how to be a good dad. Some people didn't have the best dad or didn't have a dad at all. I hear that story a lot, and I feel so bad because I did. But I think it's possible to be a good dad because you don't want to be like your dad. And I think it's possible to be a good dad because you've learned from a good dad. It's all about perspective and what you take from life and how you apply it. So, I was lucky one, and I'm going to pass that on. So hopefully my kids will say the same. You know what I mean? But I think they definitely will say the same when they have a cool place to play out here. I hope it's as good as I want it to be.
Addy mode.
And because I'm on top of the truck, it's going to say I need compass calibrate and stuff. I need to get off here soon, though, guys. I appreciate you guys flying with me. I wish I had another battery. I don't know if it would still stay connected to the live chat if I took the battery out of this thing and turned it off. I don't think it would. I think the moment this thing goes off, the live stream stops. Or at least pauses. I don't know. I'll have to figure that one out. I guess live streams with this thing can only be as long as the battery is, which it's still going down right now because even though I'm not flying, it's going down slowly, but because I'm still using the gimbal with the camera and stuff, it is still using battery life. I like the interaction with your girls. It's first class. Thank you, Richard. Richard, is your name Richard or Rich? I was always curious about that. Were you one of these people that were born and your parents gave you a nickname of a real name? I used to know people I used to know a couple who was named, it was a twins that I grew up with named Randy and Mandy, and usually people named Randy, their name is Randall, and Randy is their nickname. It's short for Randall or Randy, yeah, whatever. And Mandy is usually short for Amanda. It's a nickname short for Amanda. Well, they wanted their names to rhyme, so they didn't give them the full names. They gave them Randy and Mandy. They weren't named Randall and Amanda. He says he needs to go to bed. He's glad I don't have another battery. Yeah, I need to get it. I need to get my stuff cleaned up and then get in there before the wife comes out here complaining and telling me I need to go to bed myself. I'm gonna go spend some time with her before she gets mad. So, hey, I appreciate you guys joining me on the live stream and flying with me, and another daily vlog done. Thanks to live streaming, and at least I found fun ways to do live streaming, not just with the S7, but now with this too. And hey, they're gonna get more creative. I'm looking at 360 cameras, probably be my next upgrade, and I'll just have to. Basically, I'm gonna turn into Michael Kincaid. It'll be. Why is my camera just drifting sideways like that? That was weird. It just turned for. Now it's turning back. Do you see it? Why are you doing that? Is it because the battery's low and it's just acting dumb? I don't know. But yeah. Rich but Richard when I was in trouble. Okay. Thanks for streaming. Have a good evening. All right, Rich. You too. Take it easy, guys. I hope to see you guys again tomorrow. I don't know if I'll live or not, but we'll see. We'll see you guys then. Peace.